Assalamualaikum everyone. We from Group C will present about homeless reason in Malaysia. But before that, let me introduce our team members. Without further ado, let's start with the introduction.
Homeless can be defined as people who live in the streets, barely have food on the table to survive. They can also be found in secluded areas. Most homeless people can also be recognized through their body odor, hungriness, and also the lack of hygiene. There is no clear elucidation in defining homeless people entirely. In Malaysia, some homeless people were as convicts, drug addicts, unemployed people, and some even were left and abandoned by their own family. In addition, they frequently stay near the Central Market, Masjid Jamek, Jalan Masjid India, and many other locations. Furthermore, homelessness comes in three types of which are transitional, episodic, and also chronic. For transitional homeless, individuals who are temporarily homeless are compelled to stay in a shelter for a short time while before moving to a more stable living situation, and they often do not become homeless again. Next is episodically homelessness. On the other hand, often transit in and out of homelessness. They frequently return to the shelters. For the chronically homeless, these people are homeless for the extended periods of time. They are likely to be ingrained in the shelter system, and for these people, shelters resemble them a long-term housing more than an emergency solution. According to the percentage of causes of homeless shown in the slide, there are also many other reasons why these individuals choose to be homeless. There are various reasons why they believe being homeless is their career. The next slides will provide more information on the causes of homelessness.
The first symptom that may lead to homelessness is the economic factors, including growing living expenses and lack income are factors in homelessness. There are a variety of factors that affect worries about the rising cost of living. This includes significant variations in cost of living between regions of the nation. The biggest price differences between state and urban or rural areas are in housing costs, but there are also significant differences in costs for other requirements such as food, clothing, and services. Next, Malaysians' expectations for income growth are not being met. Despite higher educational skills, younger workers suffer a static development in job income. Regardless of age, wage growth is also sluggish for individuals without a higher education. Next, the pandemic caused drastic cuts in working hours which reversed job growth and put millions of people at risk of unemployment. The COVID-19 outbreak has had a significant impact on Malaysia's economy, and as a result, mobility limitations have been put in place to help the pandemic's curve flatten. According to Rahman 2020, after adapting to internet connection, roughly 64.5% of jobs in Malaysia cannot be performed from home. To relate with the unemployment issues, according to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, job losses and reduced hours were implemented by employers as cost-cutting measures were observed in almost all industries. It resulting in a rise in the unemployment rate from 3.2% in 2019 to 4.5% in 2020. Both a part of society and one of its weakest links are those who are homeless. So that our civilization can advance, we must support the underprivileged and homeless. As a result, both government and non-government actors offer a wide range of services.
Next, I will explain a concept linked to our topic, which is survival of the fittest by Herbert Spencer. Social Darwinists believe that human life in society was a struggle for existence determined by the survival of the fittest. Individuals who are better suited to a specific set of environmental conditions have a competitive advantage over others who are not. To put it simply, only the strongest people survive while the others die or fail. In relation to the topic of reason for homeless people in Malaysia, we can observe more homeless in urban areas than in rural ones. This is because survival in urban areas is substantially more difficult due to increasing population density, higher living expenses, and scarce resources. Individuals that fall behind others even little will lose their opportunities and can become homeless owing to the high cost of living burden. Those who can survive under these circumstances will take advantage of opportunities, while those who cannot will be left behind. Spencer also opposed measures that aided the poor or anyone he regarded as genetically weak, since they hampered civilization evolution by delaying the death of the unfit. This is because he thought that humans might genetically pass on learned traits to their children. This mentality will lead to the homeless being abandoned and they will perish since they have no one to rely on. This is done to ensure that only the best suited individual will continue the society.
Hi guys, I'm Haida and I will continue the next presentation. Based on our reading, we analyzed homeless can be categorized into three groups, namely chronic, episodic, and transitionally homelessness. Collaboration between government agencies such as Department of Social Welfare, non-governmental organization, and the State Zakat Center are seen to be able to help achieve their respective goals to overcome this problem. With a good cooperation, it can help solve some problems like reduce the number of homeless people who wander and sleep on the street, as well further reducing the number of urban poor in the country. A chronic homelessness like those who have disability shall have permanent supportive housing. According to Bernama 2021, Ministry of Federal Territory plans to build a special center for mentally ill homeless people. This is due to the current center were not able to support all the homeless in Malaysia who have the mental illness issue. Furthermore, this effort is aimed to restore their spirit to start a new life. It took a longer time to rehabilitate the thought and individual's mental because it involves several intensive modules. To get a good effect, the recovery process need to be done regularly, such as PJ Care Home provide shelter to homeless people that suffering from mental disorder and those who do not have place to live. Moving on to the Band-Aid for episodic homelessness or repeat homelessness like people who have seasonal or minimum wage income jobs. Homelessness has been surging the past few years due to the several reasons, but if there is one best way to solve the social crisis of homelessness is our society must be willing to pay people a living wage. Due to the people not getting paid enough to meet the cost of housing and utilities, this in turn have not only constrained lots of individuals to become homeless, but also put them at risk for becoming homeless. According to the Lee 2022, the previous Malaysia government will be implementing the new minimum wage rate of 1,500 ringgit a month. Besides, the government also aims to create 300,000 jobs for the homeless this year under its Zero Homelessness initiative. This program focuses on helping the homeless who have economic and financial instability. Human Resource Minister has noted about 100 homeless people had gained employment from job placement last year under this program.
Now, for the transitional homelessness, where they face with the major change in their life. Based on the statement of Cynthia Griffith 2022, she stated that transitional homeless is due to the sudden lose job, lose home, illness and any other unexpected incident, which may lead to the unemployment problem. Therefore, the action needs to be taken by NGO in providing educational opportunity, skill and training and employment platform for them. For example, Kuala Lumpur Homeless Transit Center and Anjong Singgah have provided place for skill training for the homeless, such as communication training, teaching how to make a resume and provide employment platform. And then the focus of Anjong Singgah is to ensure homeless people require a rapid boost to get their life back on track. And then to ensure the transit center will function and operate, it needs a good collaboration between NGO and Department of Social Welfare. Moreover, the activities made by NGO in providing foods and clothes for the homeless may ease the burden for them, but it may lead to the unhealthy situation where they start to feel convenience and become their habit if they can get free foods and clothes even without having a proper job. Therefore, this effort needs to be well planned to overcome the root cause of the problem. If not, the aid given will not give changes to the homeless and may even increasing their number. So, effort should be made to restore such thinking as a preventative to the problem of homeless.
From this assignment, we have gained a better understanding of the homeless scenario in Malaysia. We also received a lot of awareness and knowledge regarding the causes that lead to homeless. Before doing this research, we assumed that the homeless exist just because they do not have a stable and permanent job. But after learning more about homeless situation, we discover it has a variety of symptoms and causes, which is cost of living, COVID-19 situation, and unemployment. Homeless among Malaysians is also triggered by their involvement from several parties rather than a single one. The homeless are too comfortable with their current status since they are constantly supported by the government and NGO. If they do not have food, there will be NGO who would aid and give them food for free. There are individuals who offer them with temporary boarding place if they do not have a shelter. As a result, they are hardly concerned about being homeless. In the end, this will further strengthen the reason for them to make homeless as a career. We come up with a solution after gain a better understanding of the homeless, which is the government should make a clear policy or policy for a long period of time. The homeless in Malaysia do not receive adequate attention because there are no clear policy that bind and govern the homeless issues. The government short-term initiatives such as implementation of Kasih and the establishment of Anjung Singgah and many others focus on short-term rather than long-term implementation. According to Penang Institution, the establishment of Anjung Singgah is not considered as a long-term solution for preventing and tackling homeless. As a result, this strengthens the case for the government to develop and implement a long-term policy to address the homeless issues. Even though the number of homeless people cannot be eliminated easily to absolute zero, it can, however, be reduced in terms of number and seriousness.
That's all from us. Thank you for watching.